Hello, everyone. I'm here today to talk about global opportunities in real estate. And something happened here. Okay. So we're going to talk about. Could you just put it back to the main one? Yes. Maybe you hold it. That's much better. So you go next. That's much better. Yes. Yes. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about global opportunities in real estate and global insights at the Future Real Estate Forum in the fourth edition today. Me, Dr. Rayhan Jum'a, I graduated from UK, International Business and Management, doctorate in Leadership Management Organizations Behavior. And we own 3 companies in London, Riyadh, Dubai, attracting foreign direct investors. So we work mainly here in Saudi Arabia to attract foreign direct investors to Saudi. Today I'm going to talk about the presentation in English, and tomorrow, inshallah, you're welcome to join us at 3 p.m. in Arabic. I'm really excited to deliver our voice to the world, inshallah, hopefully after this session. And this session is certified today from the training center from Saudi Arabia. So please register your names, and then we're going to continue doing these courses, inshallah, in the future. And then we're going to get the certificate will be delivered after you register to our link through Aziza Al-Garni. So who are we and why we here today? We're here today to deliver the plan and the vision 2030 for investors. What do we mean about investors? Investors can be international investors coming from abroad to Saudi, and they can be as well entities they want to collaborate and partnership to Saudi. And those people, they want to open accounts in Saudi Arabia just for a specific project, or they want to have it for long term. Let's say, for example, in a real estate authority and real estate ministry and the international forum as well. MESA, which is the international, which is the Ministry of Investment here in Riyadh. Yeah. So this is here about us. I was talking about us, which is we are Kingdom International Real Estate and global leaders. Our company, Kingdom International Real Estate, established in 2018 in London during my PhD. And then we decided to grow more when I graduate my PhD, and we opened a headquarters here in Riyadh, and we start to attract more investors to Saudi. So in this presentation, I will explain how can we help investors to succeed here in Saudi, and those investors wrote a map here in Riyadh. You can move it. So a lot of questions we get today. Why Saudi Arabia? Why Saudi Arabia is important today to the investors? Saudi Arabia, it's important because they have the geographic location. It's one of the best locations in the region. And then we want as well to diversify and to lease the reliant on the oil and gas. So we're trying, as what you heard today from the Minister of Tourism today, he was talking about tourism. It's affecting directly the real estate investors, and especially in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So we need to build a lot of units here in Riyadh. Let's say more than 1.9 million units by 2030. So this will help tourism. So we need to rely on more opportunities and more investments in real estate, not just in real estate directly. It can be in innovation. It can be in projects. It can be in as well attracting foreign direct investors. Doesn't have to be buying. You don't have to be buying a real estate here in Riyadh. It's just about sometimes the collaboration. That's what we do. Yeah. So as I said here, we want to reduce the reliance on the oil and gas, and we want to expand the sectors, which is attracting foreign direct investors, offering a lot of opportunities here in Riyadh, especially in tourism and clean energy. And we have a lot of opportunities for those investors. It's depends on their hunger. So we can fulfill their hunger, inshallah. Yeah. So here, we want to talk about, I was already talked about why Saudi Arabia. We can move on to the other one. Yeah. Again. Yeah. So here we have a way to help people to. You lost it, yeah. So. Let's say now you are an investor. I have a question for Mr. Glenn here. He came from UK and it's his first day yesterday in Saudi Arabia. So he came all the way from London to attend this session today. Welcome, Mr. Glenn. So what is your idea about investing in Saudi, and how can you see investing in Saudi is important for you?
For me, I think the important thing is to be investing in Saudi backed by retailers, for instance, that I know are looking for space.
Yeah.
So this is to work in collaboration with retailers that I've worked with in the past, whether they are supermarkets or whether they're in fact just retail companies that would require big box space. Then these are the sort of opportunities that I would be looking for here in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, thank you so much. So what is for what he was saying now? He have a lot of insights about Saudi, and he think that Saudi it's important geographic as well place to invest right now. So for us now as Saudi entity, we can help him first. We can guide him to take him to the Ministry of Investment. So Ministry of Investment, they have a lot of help they can offer you as a company today, even before you start registering your company. Yes, at the Ministry of Investment, you should pay 12,000 for the first year for registering your company, and then the second year, 64,000 riyal, which is like around $15,000. Around, I'm not sure about the exact number, but in Saudi riyal it will be 64,000 riyal. So for you now, as an international company, you want to invest in Saudi, we help you through choosing which company you want to join, which ministry you want to join, and how you're going to get the service and the help. So we have, let's say here. So the first thing I will advise international to enter, which is MISA. MISA is the Ministry of Investment here in Saudi. MISA, it's one of the most important place to visit. Just read about it, and you will get a lot of opportunities from there, and a lot of guidance as well. Instead of just getting afraid of asking the question and who to ask, I think MISA is the place to ask the main questions. And we here, Kingdom, to help you as well succeed in your journey. Then you discuss, you have to contact as well, if you are in real estate, you can contact MOMRA and NHC. I'm going to talk more about NHC because NHC, it's linked to MOMRA. NHC is the largest platform here. It's private and connected to the government. They do a lot of help here for real estate investors. What they can do for you. Let's say now you are a developer, you're coming to Riyadh. The first thing, you register yourself. You have to get a lot of documents to register first. Then they check your company, they check your account, they check your reliability, and they check if you are willing to be registered with them. And then you're going to become part of this organization, and you might get as well lowest price from the government as lands, large lands to develop. With your they have to make sure that you can afford 20% from the development. So if you can afford 20% from the cost right now to develop, then they will help you. Mumra can help you to get even better priced land, and sometimes it's a free land. But it depends on the profile, it depends on the how large is your profile and who are you in the market. Here, NEOM. So let's say you are interior designer, Irene, for example. Now, and you have a lot of projects that you already succeed in it. Then they need projects like you, for example, to register in at NEOM, because NEOM, they have a huge platform. It's not a campaign, it's a program that is willing to adapt in new investors coming from abroad, because today we're focusing just on the opportunity to the international investors. That's why I want to suggest you to visit NEOM website to register there as a supplier, and then you will get the best service, and they're very quick to connect you, even without any help, even without us as Kingdom International, because they have a team for you to welcome you and to guide you. So we agreed now we have NEOM, NHC, and we have the Real Estate Stock Exchange. And Real Estate Stock Exchange, I wish I can open the link because it will really be helpful, but I don't want to move from the slide. Real Estate Exchange, it's very important because you will know exactly what is the last land was sold and what's happening in the region. So let's say you want to know now what is the last land yesterday was sold, how much is it, and the size of it. Then do a lot of help for the investors today, just to help them, to guide them, to lead them to the right department to visit. So let's say today you came to Saudi and you are a developer, you want to develop 2,000 units in Riyadh, and you want to know where to develop, with whom you can collaborate. So you need to have people who can shop for you as well. So instead of relying just to the agents, it's good to go straight to the Ministry of Investment or to NHC, Al-Wataniya Lil-Iskan, or to NEOM, as I said, Al-Qiddiya, Al-Dir'iyya, and others. So we have a giga project here. Let's say we have Sport Boulevard. If you are in sport, today we have the World Cup in Saudi, and it's coming, inshallah. So the World Cup, we're gonna adopt a lot of technology, with a lot of innovations, a lot of data. We need a lot of collaborations to make this happen. So in order to get this happened, we can't do it alone. We should collaborate all together, all in one hand, together, inshallah. It's not working? Okay, move it. Yes. Yes. So. It's okay. I can move forward, it's fine. Yeah, thank you. So as I mentioned here, we do a lot of detailed studies as well for those investors, and we help them to get why they want to invest. For example, Saudi is huge, it's large. So we have Riyadh, we have Asir, we have Abha, we have Taif, we have Al Hassa, where I come from. So it's really hard for those investors to decide where we want to invest and which city it's good for us and how much to invest as well in it. And are we going to invest by using, for example, materials, factory, or buying a land, or helping in developing? So I think I'm going to focus today just for the help for the developer and where they can go. If you are a developer, then there is an opportunity today at Akhzam, which is north of Riyadh. It's large entity lands. They gave Talat Mustafa, as you can heard, 10 million meter. He bought it, and he's willing to do it, and he's willing to deliver it. And likely he sold the most of it online, even off a plan, even before he started. So this is really motivating a lot. This is motivating the investors to come. So what I'm saying right now, by visiting NHC and visiting Mumra and the real estate and the Ministry of Investment, it's not working. Yes, it's okay. So I was talking here about it. So we have the plan here. If you are an international investor, the plan here is to visit first the Ministry of Investment. Then you're going to get the help. Even if you decide not to open your company, please use their facilities. BIF, they did a lot of help as well. They opened many companies as well. BIF Salek, a lot of companies will help you and guide you, even if you're not even planning to start. Because I know we talk to our investors. We try to understand their fear. We try to understand if are they confident about investing in Saudi or not, and what's hold them back, what hold them not to start, what hold them as well to decide not to continue investing in Saudi. Then we find out they might be afraid of where we're going to put our money. Is that money will grow, and who is our collaborator? Then today, that's why the government, they opened their hands to investors to understand their needs and to make sure that we're willing to help them. How? I'm going to take it a little bit in details and see what they do. They will ask you about the accountant and main regulations and the board members as well, and the registry at the Chamber of Commerce of the country. Then it will take time to evaluate your profile, and then you're going to become an international investor in Saudi after they make sure that your profile it's confirmed. Then you're going to see, if you check their website, you're going to see your company name there, and then you can enter the bidding. When you enter the bidding, then you will have a huge chance to see what kind of lands is there, how they want to collaborate with the investors, not just with lands, not just to buy and develop, as well as factories, as well as a lot of services that even if you are in machines, or if you're developing, for example, if you are in factory or innovation or prop tech, a lot of applications is happening as well. So today, think about prop tech. Prop tech, it's #1 in Saudi as well, not just buying and developing. We really think and we really need to have more investors in technology, clean energy. Think about electric cars. Now we have to build infrastructure for the electric cars, because we have huge towers, huge building, we need a lot of parking as well. So think about electric and smart parking too. So it's a lot of facilities we can have linked to the real estate, not just relying in buying and selling and developing. Real estate, it's bigger than that. Mhm. Yes. So the presentation is really huge. I can't say it all because we have to finish it in 15 hours, and today it's only 45 minutes. So we're gonna skim it around. Yes. Go back. So as I said before, we help you to find your local partner. For example, now we are registering an international developer from UK to the NHC, and we're registering as well international designer, interior designer to NEOM. And then even if those people, they want to go direct to, for example, Al Dir'iyah, and they decide to buy a flat or a house in Dir'iyah, we help them as well to get the premium visa. As you know today, the regulation has changed in Saudi, and it will be changed as well again and again till we reach the investors' needs, inshallah. So what's happening today in the visa? Let's say, Glenn, if you bought a house here today in Riyadh, what's happening? This is what's happening today, but it's going to be changed, inshallah, in the future. So if you buy a house today in Riyadh, it will be under the name of the company, if your company from the Ministry of Investment. But if you are just an owner of a company, but then if you decide to have the premium visa, then with 4 million riyal, you can get the premium visa as an investor of your land, and then you can even utilize it. You can rent 2 million, rent the real estate that you bought, or the 2 flats, for example, and you can live in 2 million. So you're allowed to rent it. Before, it wasn't like that. Before, foreigners, they couldn't even buy a real estate. So now with the premium visa, what we have right today, you can buy for 4 million and you can get a premium visa, which is really helpful for those investors. And you can get as well, you can get entrepreneurial visa, premium visa, and you get as well the working, which is like 7 million for those people, they have investment visa for 7 million and above. Did you know that Middle Eastern as well, Middle Eastern people, if they buy here in Riyadh, they cannot sell the real estate they bought till at least 4 to 5 years, till they allow them to, because they don't want to people like buy and sell. That will affect the price. So what they will have now, right now, for real estate, let's say someone from Kuwait wants to buy, he can buy, but then he can sell it only after 4 to 5 years. And it's equivalent as well to the international as well. So for us today, we have the privilege. Let's say you bought a flat in Dir'iyah. Dir'iyah, today it will give you the gate straight away to get your premium visa, and they will apply for you. Dir'iyah is one of the best places to live here in Riyadh, and that's what I suggest you as well to see, Mr. Glenn. They have, yes. So they have one of the best. Yeah. Yeah. So one of the largest projects that we really want to support, which is the project from NHC and the Ministry of Residential, which is Khzam and Al Fursan. Khzam and Al Fursan, they have a huge opportunity. They want to build at least 100,000 units just during in 2 years right now, and they are selling this to 100,000 of a plan through Wafi. So how can we do it? If you can afford to develop 20% today from, let's say you decide to build 5,000 units, and you afford to build, at least you have the affordable to build this 5,000 units just in a 20% as a cost, then you get the land from NHC, and then as an international developer, and then you can sell it off a plan through Wafi, and then you get the money stage by stage. And this is really helpful for those internationals to understand that they can collaborate with the main partner. But then, let's say now we collaborate with the main partner, but then to put the bidding and to win the bidding today, how can you win the bidding? You have to know the market. You have to understand the market. You have to use a strategic planner for you to win the bidding, because the bidding is really tough to win. Unless if you have help as well from our company, we help you, we give you the detailed bidding style, so you can win the bidding through the NHC or other biddings as well with different entities. Yeah, as we talked today, today we can as well. So I already explained how can we get the money and how can we get to be an investor in the Ministry of Residential or at the NHC. But then, do you know in Saudi Arabia, you can collect money from the funds, through the funds, in 30 minutes. For example, Asil and Bloom as well, they collect 100 million in 30 minutes. People will buy their shares, 1,000 riyal each, and it will finish like that. Then you're gonna have shares. So how are we going to have this kind of fund? How are we going to build your own opportunities as well with those people that they have, like as Bloom, Asil, and different platforms? Here, those platforms, it's really helpful for those international investors to understand how can they get the money to continue what they're doing. Let me tell you a story. Al-Majdiya, they start themselves. Al-Majdiya, one of the largest developer here in Riyadh, they built decent quality, it's a good quality in comparison. Then their strategy to build, let's say, 10,000 meter for 250 flat, for example. Then they sell it in 2 weeks. But how this can happen? They have the fund with Asil. They get the fund, so they used to own the land, they used to build, they used to do everything A to Z. Now, they're not doing that. They are just giving it to the Bloom. Bloom will collect the money for them. They will buy the land and they will hire the developer. So you see a lot of Al-Majdiya, a lot of Oasis, a lot of Al-Ajlan Rivera, a lot of developers, and you don't know how these developers start to become really, really large. Then those developers, they become large today just because they start to trust the fund and those artificial intelligence and those intelligence entities as well to collect the money for them. So I just wanna conclude. What time? How long do we have? How long do we have left? 7? Yeah, good. So we have time for questions. Yeah, so to me, I think as well, if you have a project, let's say here Glenn, he is a developer in the UK. Now he wants to market his strategy and advertisement, and he wants to market his program here in Riyadh. How can he start? he doesn't have to open straight away a company if he doesn't want to. He can do a partnership with a local partner here in Riyadh, and then this local partner can shop for them. So they do it in a way which is easier sometimes for them. I don't suggest it because I always suggest people to register themselves, especially if you are registered today. We're collecting data. You're going to get a lot of fund, help, and tax reduction. Yes, you're going to pay a little bit more, but for you, you will get the best support and help, better than just having the partnership and you let someone shop for you without your existence. So if you exist here, people will it will ease the partnership for people even to choose you or to work with you as an existent company. I just would like, I really want to talk more about, that's the kind of project what I was talking about, what you can build here in Saudi, and that is needed. If you build something similar to this, then it will be, you can sell it in 2 weeks without even blinking. Yeah. Yeah, so we have the best lawyers here in Saudi, and we do as well as I said, we help you to get the right bidding. And I work as well at Al Bilad Company. Al Bilad Company, we hire for governments and entities. So for example, we hired 15,000 teachers to Ministry of Education. We hire for Sadaya and a lot of forums here in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia in total. You know the Chinese teachers now, they start to teach Chinese at the elementary school now in Saudi. So we brought 200 teacher collaboration with the Ministry of Education, and we hired those 200 teachers. So what we do as well, in order to hire people, so we understand HR, human resource, and what they're doing, and we as well do workshop. And I would like to let Aziza now talk about her workshop, maybe in Arabic, it's fine. Yes, you can talk about Tharwat Watan. So we do a lot of workshop here in Riyadh in Arabic and English. I would like you to say something about your workshop. بالعربي. Yes.
مركز ثروة وطن
Yes.
مركز ثروة وطن يقدم دورات تدريبية وتطويرية في جميع المجالات. حاليا متخصصين في مجال العقار، راح نقدم في التدريب العقاري، مواقع هي
يا تفضلي اشرحي عنه. It's okay. Yes. Quickly. Yes.
أهلا وسهلا بالجميع. مركز ثروة وطن للتدريب والتطوير والاستشارات، نقدم فيها دورات تدريبية وتطويرية لجميع المستفيدين من الشركات والأفراد. حاليا متخصصين في العقار واستقطاب ايضا الشركات الاجنبيه في مجال التطوير، ايضا الAI موقعين شراكات مع جامعه استراليا، نقدم في التطوير العقاري وايضا في المجالات الصحيه والتدريب والتعليم.
شكرا لك.
بالعافيه.
شكرا. So what she was saying that they do a lot of training here in Riyadh. For example, this training session, it's not a real training because it's just an overview today. But if you want to it's certified from the training center here in the government. And I will continue doing that, inshallah, in a critical way. You can have a look. I already did a lot of research, but it needs at least 15 hours. This is in English? Yes. Yeah. So I think I'm open now to have questions. If you have any question, before I move to the questions, I want Miss Irene to talk about as well her journey in Riyadh. Miss Irene from Italy. Yes. Come.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me in this very interesting session.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rehan.
You're welcome.
It's my pleasure to be here. As a foreigner, Italian, I'm an architecture engineer. We started our journey in Saudi Arabia a long time ago. But recently, only 3 years ago, we were able to, as our company is formed by women, so we have been able to participate actively to the interior design and projects here in Saudi Arabia. The experience is amazing. There is a very active interest into interior design and developing new projects of very high quality. And we are honored to be here today. And I am talking about me, but in the name of my company, of course.
Yes.
Really honored to be part of such an amazing country, which is giving a lot of opportunities to foreigners, and really, it's amazing. I have
Thank you
no
so
words to
much.
describe
Thank you
it.
so much.
It's an amazing.
I think you're
journey.
Saudi more than Saudi. That's all I can see that.
Amazing journey, and I can't wait to see what is coming forward. Thank you very much.
So much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Glenn, do you want to say something to your? I know it's your first day here, but what's your aiming to have in the future here? After you listen today to the presentation.
Okay, thanks very much, everybody. I'm just going to go back to 1995. So in the UK, when I joined the company in 1995, we were developing big box retail in the UK, but this was not what I would call the heavy end of big box retail. It was using the retail permissions. This is slightly more than just a zoning. This is the allocation. This is the actual permission on the land for retail, and using it as a shopping centre consent. So we were building specialist shopping parks using retail shopping centre consents. So there weren't too many of these around, and so I was the first one to enter the market in Ireland. So there are parallels to some extent here with what I see in Ireland, because it was all opening up then, and it was nice to be in a position where you were sort of almost first there to have a look at what you could do. I got to the stage where between Ireland and Portugal, I was doing 2.8 million square feet of retail. Divide that by 10 to get square meters. But our company got taken over, so we finished. But I'd like to think that perhaps the market here in Saudi is much bigger. You already have, a lot of everything. I just think it's probably more of the same, but possibly more advanced, more sophisticated. And I'd like to, if I could, participate in that.
Inshallah.
It's very exciting. Thank you.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Glenn. So, do you have any question? Do you have a question? Okay. So to conclude today it's the it's Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Here, not just we can dream. Here we can do what do we want and what do we feel like doing, because we have here a huge regulations happening for internationals, and Saudi are welcoming and we opened our hearts and our hands today to those investors want to come to Saudi. We're here to help. We are Kingdom International Real Estate and global leader at Riyadh and London and Dubai. But we're here today especially to attract foreign direct investors, someone like Glenn, someone like Irene and others, inshallah. And the future is coming. We are living the future. We are here at the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, at the Future Real Estate Forum at this 4th edition. Thank you.